I'd like to introduce Kathryn from England, who takes LDN for multiple sclerosis. Good evening, Kathryn.
Hello.
Could you tell me when you were diagnosed with MS?
I was diagnosed with MS at the age of 18, and I'm now 57.
Goodness me. And what symptoms were you experiencing at that time?
The main thing were fatigue and aching legs and trouble with my eyesight. But I can go back with the fatigue 2 hours at junior school.
In junior school?
Yeah.
So how old do you think you were when you first started to have problems?
Well, at least 10, I would say.
Very, very young. I mean, how did that impact on your life?
Sorry, how did
it impact on your life?
Well, at the time, at that age, it didn't. But since then, when I was diagnosed, I slowly seemed to go downhill. I was training to be a hairdresser. I had to pack that in because, well, I didn't realise it was EMS. I thought that I was not strong enough for that sort of job because it was standing on your feet. It was hard work. And I thought I just couldn't take it. But then, as I slowly got to see doctors and consultants, what have you, I was told I had MS. I had a lumbar puncture, which confirmed it.
Right. And what were your symptoms like before you found LDN?
It was the thing that got me most was the fatigue feeling. I'd not got the energy of both. I'd not got the energy to live. I just felt so tired, so cheesed off with life.
What would you have said at that point your quality of life was on a score of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
4. I mean, I've had one child, and I would have liked a second, but at the time I was told MS in children didn't go. It would make the MS worse. And I realised I couldn't have coped with another child from the age of 1 to 2. I thought I'd been through hell and back. It's bloody hard work.
Yes, and children are hard work. And how did you hear about LDN?
It was a friend who told me about it. He'd been on it for a year or so and said how good he thought it was and told me about it. And I acquired, I can't remember where from, but different phone numbers of people that were on it. And obviously I phoned them. One person said to me that before he started taking the LDN, he felt like committing suicide. These were his exact words. And once he'd started, after a few months, he felt like a different person. I can see what he was saying now.
And how long? Sorry.
So I was going to say,
carry on.
I feel completely different. I still can't walk a great distance, but I feel like living, whereas before I couldn't give them a damn.
And how long ago was that when you started LDN, Kathryn?
I started LDN on the 18th of the 12th, 09.
Right, so you've been on it a while. Were you able to get a prescription from your own doctor?
No.
So you have a private prescription?
Yeah.
And when you first started, did you experience any side effects?
Yes, I didn't feel particularly great to start with, so instead of the 4.5, I think I started on 3 milligrams, went down to 2 milligrams, and slowly built it up to just over 4 milligrams now. The downer of it, as far as I'm concerned, is constipation. That's a big problem with it with me.
Mhm.
And I've heard other people say the same thing.
And how long did it take before you started to notice positive effects?
I don't know, 3 months.
Mhm. And what would you say your quality of life is now?
Now?
Yes, on that score of 1 to 10.
I don't know, 7, 8?
Mhm.
It is a lot better. I mean, I feel that I want to do things. I want to go places. I've got more energy. I've got more interest in life.
Mhm. What would you say to other people with MS who are contemplating trying LDN?
I would say try it. I mean, they've got to give it a go. A lot of people I have spoken to about it are going to try it, and some people say they don't feel any different.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm waiting for a chap I told about it at the moment. He's about to start, and his main problem is exhaustion.
Mhm.
So I've explained to him how it makes you feel better. If you can't walk better, you'll feel so much better. So we'll see what it does for him. I don't know.
Yes. Well, most people notice something around the 4-month mark, but we've had some people who've said they haven't felt any different, good, bad or indifferent, until they've been taking it 15 to 18 months. So
Right.
I would always say to people, if you think it's not working, give it 18 months and then assess the situation. And a lot of people, when they stop, decide that, in fact, yes, it was doing something for them and normally go back on it. But I would always say give it 18 months. You know, it's not a miracle drug. You've got to give it a chance to work, and in some cases it just takes longer for some people than others.
So to start with, I felt so much better. I was telling my husband I felt better. Could he actually see it in me? And it was no, he couldn't see any difference. To which I said, well, I'm a damn good actress then, because I feel so much better. But now he can see it. And people who don't know about it have said that they can see a difference in me.
Mm.
Because I do lots of voluntary work, and people that I work with have said, you seem brighter, happier, and they didn't know I was on it.
Well, that's good. And it's really good that life isn't such a struggle, isn't it?
It is,
yes. A big difference.
I mean, it's still hard work, but not as hard as it was, definitely.
Yeah, good. Thank you for sharing your experience with us.
Right, well, I hope we manage to get it on prescription.
Yes, that's the big thing, isn't it? A lot of people are managing to get it on prescription now on the NHS.
Yes, I know people that are as well.
Yes, so slowly it is getting there, but it would be really great if everybody was able to get it for all the conditions that LDN could work for.
Can it be seen the distance that it will be allowed?
We hope so.
That's all we can say. Right.
Thank you. Right,